We are coming to a new age. An age where men are stepping up to the plate and beginning to raise children on their own. We have come to a time in societal history where we have obligations to facilitate the transition of the stereotype that dictates the child belongs solely in the mother's care. There is a moral obligation, no less than which women currently have, to look at the caregivers, regardless of gender, individual situation, and offer support. Fathers, as do mothers, need to have a place where they can feel safe, a place where they feel understood. The need for a single fathers program is on the rise. And we as a society need to rise up to the occasion and meet their needs as well. There is, or rather should be, no difference in rendering of said help for the good of the family as a whole. According to Pew Research Center, in a piece called The Rise of Single Fathers, the role of single fathers has increased from 1% in the 1960s, 1%, to 8% in 2011. What does that translate for us in America? That means that we have went from 300 homes being of single fathers to now 2.6 million homes. This means that fathers are now taking a quarter of the population when it comes to single parenting. As a society, we need to adapt our way of thinking to this change. Fathers are no different than mothers when it comes to needs, and some may need help with similar issues. Issues can be simple as stress factors that arise from single parenting, such as visitation problems and custody problems. Some of these arise from continuing conflict between parents, which result in kids having to be exchanged at police stations, or children just being neglected at all and not seen. Learning to manage time between work and parenting is also something that needs to be addressed. Because nowadays, when you're used to working, it is hard for a father to incorporate those skills, such as a mother has tend to do, due to work and other situations. We as fathers must be able to also identify and address the changes within a child's behavior in both school and peer relationships due to separation anxiety and or depression from the lack of the other parent. Changes in the dynamics with the extended family are also an issue, because some children have close bonds with their grandparents and aunts and uncles on the other side of the family. These dynamics may change as parents separate or one parent obtains more physical custody of the child. Other problems consist of parents becoming involved in new relationships and the dynamics that come involved with that blending of a family. Single fathers can quickly feel isolated when it comes from the rest of the world when it comes to becoming a newly single father. It is important for us as a society to let them know that they are not alone. A Chang and Dehart study in 1982 cited many studies that reported emotional stress, expressed feelings of anger, resentment, and depression due to the anxieties coming from single parenting. Depression of all has been shown to be the most common psychological problem among 80 single dads in 1982 when this study was performed. Anxiety and loneliness in dealing with the separation and loss of a companion while trying to raise a child in a new capacity with little or no support. Many times even single fathers' place of employment has difficulty understanding these situations. They still feel that it is obligated for the mom to take care and nurture the child. More importantly, the needs of single dads and their children need to be addressed. We can no longer overlook the fact that single father families are on the rise. Fathers need our help as a community and as a society to look beyond the old ways of thinking and bring compassion and understanding to their individual situation. We need more to address more fatherhood programs. We need to also let single fathers know and understand that being a single parent is not a burden, it is a blessing. We need to remember the old saying because it truly applies. It takes a tribe to truly raise a child. Thank you.